A very happy morning to all of you children. Welcome to your science class. Children, today we will be starting with a new chapter. That's chapter number 2, Nutrition in Animals. Before we go ahead and start with the chapter, I hope you all are doing really great at home and taking care of yourselves. Children, in the second chapter, Nutrition in Animals, we will go ahead and study how animals take in nutrition. If you all remember, in first chapter, we have studied about nutrition in plants. We have studied the different modes of nutrition in plants, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic, correct? Similarly, the human beings also show the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Animals as well show the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Just to re-emphasize or just to remind you what is heterotrophic mode of nutrition, children, heterotrophic mode of nutrition is a mode of nutrition in which an organism is dependent on the other organisms for their food, right? They cannot prepare their own food. They eat either plants or animals. Yes? So do you remember the food items which we get from plants and animals? We get different food items from plants like fruit, rice, vegetables, dal. These are obtained from plants. And what food items do we get from animals? We get milk, curd, cheese, eggs. All these are the food items obtained from animals. Thus, the food so obtained from the animals and plants is used for growth, repair, and functioning of our body. So let us go ahead and also understand the term nutrition. If you all remember the first chapter, in the first chapter we have defined what is nutrition. In your textbook on page number 1, the definition of nutrition is given, which is basically the taking in and utilization of the food by the body. So that's what is nutrition, children. Majority of the animals take food in the form of solids. Yes, so this form of nutrition in which food is eaten in solid form is called as holozoic nutrition. As the food eaten consists of complex substances such as carbohydrates and proteins, these are broken down in the animal body to utilize the nutrients. So food जो हम consume करते हैं, that is basically made up of complex substances like carbohydrates, fats, proteins. अब जब हम खाना खा लेते हैं तो ये कॉम्प्लेक्स सब्सटेंसेस क्या है, सिंपलर मॉलिक्यूल्स में ब्रेकअप होते हैं एंड दैट्स हाउ द एनर्जी इज टेकन फ्रॉम द फूड पार्टिकल्स. द फूड eaten by us undergoes 5 steps. That is, now before we go ahead and talk about those 5 steps, children, do you know that why can't our body use food in the form in which we eat it, or why can't we go ahead and directly take up energy from the complex substances? That's because many food items do not dissolve in water, which means that these cannot get through the cell membrane. जो हमारे बॉडी में छोटी छोटी सेल्स होती हैं that help in the process of digestion, they cannot take up these undissolved substances. So that's the reason they need to be broken down into simpler molecules and taken up the nutrients. And also, children, the things we eat are chemically complex. So cells cannot use them either to release energy or to use them for growth directly. That's the reason they are broken down into simpler substances, and that's why the body the body cannot use the food in the form in which we eat it. Now, we will go ahead and study the 5 steps that are involved in the Holozoic nutrition. Children, learn these steps thoroughly. The first step is ingestion, second is digestion, third is absorption, fourth is assimilation, and fifth is egestion. Yes, so these are 5 important steps that the food goes through for the absorption of nutrition. We will go ahead and study one by one these steps. The first step is ingestion. Ingestion is nothing but the process by which food is taken inside the body of an organism. There are different ways by which different organisms take up the food in their body. Like we, the human being, we use our hands to put our food in our mouth, right? Then, have you all seen the spider? Spider prepares a web to catch its prey. Yeah? Then a butterfly uses its feeding tube to take the nectar from the flowers. The mosquito, the very common example, it feeds on the blood of animals and obtain it through their feeding tube by sucking. A frog or a lizard, they use their tongue to catch their food, right? Then a starfish, अगर आप सबने starfish देखी है, it gets its food in an amazing method. It feeds on the small animals like snails, fish and worms. And how does it feed? It has a special feature, that is a tube feet present in the body of the starfish, which help in the capture of the food. Now the starfish pops out its stomach through its mouth and it wraps the stomach around the captured animal. The stomach is then withdrawn into the body where the food is digested. So क्या होता है यहाँ पे? स्टारफिश अपना स्टमक क्या है, बाहर निकाल लेती है या अपने माउथ के थ्रू, और ये स्टमक क्या है, अपने प्रे को पकड़ लेता है, एंड देन इट गोज इनसाइड एंड डाइजेस्ट्स द फूड इनसाइड द स्टारफिश. So that is a different way how starfish performs the process of ingestion. Yes, so children, ingestion is nothing but the way how the food is taken inside the body. This was the first step of how the Holozoic nutrition takes place in animals. The second step is digestion. Yes, the second step is digestion, in which the taken in food in the form of solid and complex is broken down into simpler and soluble form. Most animals use both physical and chemical methods for converting the complex food into simpler and soluble form. For instance, if we take in carbohydrates are broken down into simpler substances during the process of digestion. The organisms have different digestive organs that help in doing the same. Yes, during the digestion, the complex compound or the complex molecules are broken down into simpler molecules with the release of energy. The third step of the Holozoic nutrition is absorption, students. It is the process by which the digested nutrients are taken to different parts of the body by the circulatory system, that is through blood. The cells in the body then absorb these digested food molecules. So, first was ingestion, where food was taken in. Digestion was the second step, where the food was broken down into simpler molecules. Third is absorption, where the digested nutrients are taken to the different parts of the body. Then the fourth one is assimilation. In the process of assimilation, absorbed food molecules are used for producing energy and growth. In this, the absorbed simpler substances are utilized by the body to produce energy and to make complex substances required by the body. Fifth step is digestion. Digestion is the process of removing undigested food materials from the body. So that is the last step of Holozoic nutrition, children. So just to revise once again, there are 5 steps in the Holozoic nutrition. First is ingestion, second is digestion, third is absorption, fourth is assimilation, and fifth is digestion. Yes, so these 5 steps are followed in the same sequence. The next topic that we'll study is nutrition in amoeba. Have you all heard about amoeba, children? Amoeba is a microscopic organism. Yeah, it is very small in size that we cannot see with our normal eye. It is unicellular organism. That means it is made up of only one cell, and it is most commonly found in pond water. It is a simple organism having an irregular shape. Can you see the shape of the amoeba here on the screen? Yeah, it has an irregular shape. Its body consists of a cell membrane, a rounded nucleus and many bubble-like vacuoles. So amoeba की body में क्या होता है? एक cell membrane होती है. Cell membrane is nothing but the outer boundary of the amoeba. Yeah. Then it has a nucleus which performs the different functions in the body of amoeba. Apart from that, it has small vacuoles. Vacuoles are pore-like structures that help in performing different functions for amoeba. Amoeba is a protozoa. Alright, it's a category of microorganism, students, जो आप higher classes में पढ़ेंगे. Yes, here we will study that amoeba is a, in this topic we will go and study how the amoeba takes up the nutrition from the food. Amoeba is capable of constantly changing its shape. It has irregular shape. If you see on your textbook, in your textbook page number 19, it has the structure of the amoeba. Yeah, so you can see that it has irregular shape, and amoeba keeps on changing its shape position. It gives out one or more finger-like projections. Yes, these finger-like projections are called as pseudopodia, which are also called as false feet, that help in the movement and capturing of the food. Amoeba, like normal animals, does not have a mouth or a digestive system. It is a unicellular organism. It has only one cell which performs all the function. Then amoeba consists of amoeba feeds on the microscopic organisms. Yes. So on sensing food, when amoeba realizes that there is food around, it gives out its pseudopodia or the false feet which surround the food particle, and they ultimately take the food particles inside the body. So यहाँ पे क्या help कर रहा है ingestion में amoeba को? It is the pseudopodia that is helping the amoeba to actually take in the food. The food particle inside the amoeba forms a food vacuole. When the amoeba takes in the food, children, it forms a food vacuole. Digestion of the food particle is a chemical process here and is performed by digestive juices. जो अमीबा में डाइजेशन होता है, जो सेकेंड स्टेप है हमारा होलोजोइक न्यूट्रिशन का, इट इज़ बीइंग परफॉर्म बाय द एंजाइम्स. Enzymes are, children, special molecules, or we can also say that these are proteins that help in cells, that actually help in performing different functions by the cell. It helps in the breakdown of complex food into simpler form. Yeah, so digestion in amoeba is helped by the enzymes. The digestive juices are secreted into the food vacuole and help in breaking down the complex food into simpler substances. Then the digested food is absorbed, which is the third step. On assimilation, what is the process of assimilation? In assimilation, absorbed food molecules produce energy and provide growth. So, the amoeba grows in size in the step of assimilation. The undigested food is thrown outside at any point with the help of a temporary vacuole. Vacuoles are nothing but small pore-like structures. So, these are actually the vacuoles which help in the process of nutrition in amoeba. The pseudopodia helps in the capture and ingestion of the food. Then in the digestion, it is the enzymes that help. Absorption, the step of digestion is followed by absorption, assimilation and egestion. So children, that was all about nutrition in amoeba. Please read through the textbook, and for your better understanding we are also sending you additional YouTube links. If you have any query, you can clarify your query in the Zoom class. All right. So please go through the video thoroughly and understand it and enjoy e-learning. Thank you.